Coming up in this episode, we take a trip right up to the top end, chasing the great Australian sport fish, the iconic barramundi.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to my fishing place, the place to be.
Dazza, Keza, how good was that trip to Darwin?
I loved it. One of the best trips I've ever done.
Nearly didn't make it with our gear.
Nearly didn't make it and got off the plane and almost had our rods that we took specifically for the trip in 2 pieces.
Look at this, it's like PVC, how do you break that? So you might try to blow this up. Yeah. Well, no, don't put it down.
No, don't bend it like that. You don't bend it like that. You don't get back and drag it over.
Let's see if it breaks.
She's good. Yeah, so she's good. That's good. Just for the action. When you bend it like that, give us a glass. What you do that, right? Remember the bird? Yeah.
Okay, we're doing tests.
Put it go.
Put it go, mate.
You guys happy? We're happy. No, we're here. No breakfast. So we'll snap that loading up.
That was amazing. How did they manage that? Like, those rod holders are not weak.
Because I said, you just can't break them. He goes, no, just luggage landing on them.
Oh, so luggage landing on your fishing rods is okay. Well, what surprised me was how quick he brought out a brand new rod holder.
Yeah, we'll replace it for you.
So they didn't have to run into Darwin and buy a new one. They had some magically in stock. Anyway, the rod survived.
But cameras, we're there to film and we can't even access the cameras, particularly right then, action's happening and we're like, quick, get a camera. Cases everywhere and we can't access the camera.
So the cameraman couldn't open the case here, and so now he's using another camera.
You must have those seats.
Daz is on the job.
Just be air from that.
Sheer force.
Yeah, that's right. The flying. See, I'm not so
Has to be. It'll just be air from it.
You're supposed to undo it before it went on the plane or something.
No, you're not supposed to touch it, that's it.
You brought a banana, you unlucky.
All we need, right? All we need to do
is release it, get some air.
pressure out. Because I reckon in the plane it has. Look at the roof. Look at the roof of it.
Oh,
there it is.
That's it. Beautiful.
Looks like he's just saved.
I knew it was that, but I just didn't want to do that.
It's that embarrassing. Just putting it out there.
We did have a professional cameraman, but he couldn't open it.
I wanted to get a drill and just get right in there, but
But how exciting was it? We've gone to the hotel that night, can't sleep, you're in the top end, you're in Darwin, you know that you're going to catch fish, and we hop in the car the next morning. What does James say?
Oh, he tells a story of you can see the barra on the sounder and then says, but couldn't raise one, couldn't get a hit.
classic fishing story. Classic fishing story.
You can see the barra swimming under the boat, hundreds of them, sitting there looking at you. They went up into Brook Creek and you know they got the side scanners on their depth sounders.
Yeah.
All the barra just looking at you.
Wow.
Hundreds of them all banked up.
It's not taking anything.
Blaine took photos on his phone to bring it back to show me. Look at that, James. And I'm looking at all the fish on the sounder. They didn't catch a fish.
Yeah, from a guide. They're setting you up so just in case you don't catch anything, well, they were there, you just missed out.
But where we go, it is a trip. It's a couple of hours in the car, a good couple of hours in the car.
Couple of hours.
Then it's in a small boat and through the choppy waters, a little bit choppy.
A little bit stormy, actually.
Yeah.
Well, they come over quick, because I'm sure when we first got in the boats, it was sunscreen on. And then within, well, it's a 2-hour trip though, so the weather came over quickly.
But I'm not sure that we all applied the sunscreen. Big Red?
There's a
rumour. Could be the way I got my name. Was it the next day that I was glowing, or was it?
It was the next morning when we were talking about putting sunscreen on, and Big Red says, "Don't worry about sunscreen. You don't need sunscreen, as if you're gonna burn." And he's glowing from his forehead.
Anyway, so but the boat was. I felt personally, you know, it was stormy, it was wavy. I was hungry. You know, I hadn't had a feed for at least 45 minutes, so I was starving. Pull up next to the boat and you hop in and just, yeah, not 5-star, but it was serene and it was comforting.
It looked like a Chinese jump, to be honest. I loved it. We were greeted by Noah. He came off the ark and greeted us, and it was a wicked looking boat. The incredible thing is you catch fish because it's remote. You spend half a day in a plane, then you spend half a day in a four-wheel drive, then you spend another half a day really in a boat, and then you wake up and get in a boat and spend another 3 hours driving to a spot.
And then you cast for 45 minutes and don't catch anything. And here we are in the top end. We're here to chase barra, and a little hard to get actually. I was a little bit surprised. You know, every time we go to Darwin, you know, it can be different, but thought we were going to get on them straight away. It was a little bit of hard work, which we'll come to later, but the barra weren't just there for the taking. You had to work hard to get them.
I actually thought, in my ignorance, that because I was saying to the captain, was saying to Dwayne on the way out there, oh, can we just cast the lure off the back of the boat while we're chugging up the, you know, the stories, oh, you catch barra off the shore, you know, you catch them anywhere, but yeah, hard to get this time. But still, you know they're there, and you're in the top end, you're having a ball anyway, aren't you?
We did go for barra, but we also went out for a bit of a reef fish.
Not a lot of luck on the reef. We did try for the dewies. We knew it would be a bit tough, and we got outfished by an unlikely candidate.
The cameraman.
Cameraman, Danny. Well done.
I'll say it here now, I didn't mind. You're out there, you're still getting hit on the line, you're getting a bit of a, yeah, caddy and a shark.
Yeah, I don't think any of the guys have seen a bloke celebrate so much over a catfish. But anyway.
And the crabbing was another thing that interested me.
Well, who doesn't like fresh chili
mud crab? Amazeballs.
What a way to be up the top end in the middle of nowhere every morning, crab pots out, go fish for barra, dewies, salmon, whatever, come back, kick back on the boat, eating fresh chili mud crab, cooked by James. Unique chef, but absolutely brilliant.
But also with the crabbing, it was a little bit of a test of skill getting the floats up high enough, wasn't it?
But it certainly was nice. At the end of the day, we headed back to the boat.
Watch the sun go down.
You sit down at 3 o'clock and out come the cheese and crackers and cabana. Perfect combo. And then, you know, 2 hours later you're greeted with roast lamb. Oh, I'm just getting hungry thinking about it. Anyway, beautiful, you know.
The only food supply that we were short on was chocolate. But fortunately, I knew that would be the case, and so I packed plenty.
There was a chocolate thief.
We won't go.
We're not going there.
Look, it's the elephant in the room, but I'm going to say it now. Someone stole the chocolate. We don't know who.
We've got no idea.
No, Lee and I did not leave the table.
Well, you didn't leave the table for about 4 hours.
So it wasn't us. We do know that there was a chocolate thief.
So we've done this comprehensive flowchart to find out who's guilty. NG is mental. He was DLTOW. Don't know what that is. Grazer was having a wine. John was watching TV. Lee was doing some mental arithmetic. Dazza was hammered. James was playing goanna. Oh, guitar, sorry. Now we had here mostly guilty and we had Dwayne and John. They've since been crossed off. Discovered the not smart enough list and Dazza and Keza. And we've got Shady, another list for Shady. Shady, and that would be Keza and Quinn. Okay, I've got one last list. And that is the Muppet list.
But at the end of the day, it was a top spot to be able to go back to the boat at night and be living on a mothership as opposed to going out every day. We highly recommend that.
Going on the mother. Oh, it's the way to go. Instead of doing the massive boat trip, you're there, you're right where you need to fish. One day we hardly drove 5 minutes in the boat, and it's just so nice to come back, kick back on the water, pet crocodiles. It's outstanding.
In our next episode, the trip continues with some fantastic fishing up there in the Northern Territory.